there was a painting on the wall. I looked at the painting, and I thought, oh, please don't move. And it started moving. It moved out into the air, suspended in the air, went over to the television, and sat down right in front of the television. Okay, this did it. So I ran downstairs, and I said, Mother, a picture just moved. The table is in the center of the room, and there's a picture in front of the television. Believe me, please come up and look at it. And she said, no, it's not there. You are dreaming. You are crazy. It's not there. I said, Mom, I swear it did. I swear it did. And Dad said, Cynthia, would you just go back to sleep and leave us alone? And so I went back upstairs, and I started to cry. I said, please don't move back. And I looked at the table, and I said, don't you dare move back, because I was just praying that it would stay in that one place, so that they could see the next morning that, yes, the table had moved, and the painting did move and stood in front of the television. And as I was looking at it, it started lifting off the ground. God, and it moved right back over to where it was. And it sat there, and I, oh, God, they'll never believe me. And so the next morning, the painting was still in front of the television and hadn't moved. I finally fell asleep, and the painting was still in front of the television. And they came upstairs, and they went, you want us to believe that the painting jumped off the wall and moved in front of the television by itself when we know very well that you are tall enough to reach it and strong enough to lift it. And I said, it did, I swear it did. And we had my brothers came into the room then, and they said, what's going on? I said, I swear that painting got up and moved. Well, watch this. And I looked at the painting, and as I looked at it, I thought, it's going to move, and I knew it was going to move. And I moved it to the center of the room, and I said, well, what do you think about that? And so then I could pick up things with my eyes. I had the power of telekinesis or whatever. And I picked up a vase, and I made it go real fast across the room, and I picked up some flowers, and I made things start dancing all around in the center of the room. And my parents were very surprised. and very, very surprised. And my little brothers were happy and thrilled. And they said, how can you do that? How can you do that? That's neat. You'll be famous, you know. And that was all.